On the whole, yes. Um, a lot of the complaints now are being done in a better time frame, and I think that is really the answer for the tenant that's complaining. I mean, they want something done, and they want it done quickly, and timing is improving. People are taking their amount of time that they allow themselves is lowering, and that's a positive thing, and it's going to be a positive thing for the tenant.
There is improvement, maybe not good enough, but I would say it's about middle range. They listen. I understand that. Maybe it's the resources or whatever, or maybe they don't have enough staff strength to sort it out. But I don't want to give them excuses, but there is room for improvement. Definitely, there is room for improvement.
The short answer is yes. Because of the way the situation is now, I think all housing providers have to be more serious when complaints are done or when repairs are not done. They need to be more serious about it because they know now. They always were, but they know that there's consequences regarding them, whoever the provider is. They have to answer back to the tenants and give them a reasonable explanation or show them that we understand what you're saying. So I think even though we still get a high volume of complaints, I think that there's an improvement. They're trying to change. We're trying to change. And we also got to remember we're in a climate of Donald Trump, tariffs, raw materials are going up, you know, every day, so handling all of that and still providing to the customer, to the tenant what we're supposed to is a juggling game. But personally, I do see an improvement. May not be a major improvement, but change has happened and change is still occurring. So yes, I like the direction that we're going in.
We've actually completed a complaints investigation that we started last October, and last October we had 200 hidden complaints, as well as the 200 that they were working on. By March of this year, we have got no hidden complaints. We've got a new customer resolution team that the minute that resident complains about something, they try to resolve it within the 5 days. And our current complaints level, whereas it used to be like last year probably 100 a week, since we've had our customer experience director come, that went down to 46, but our current complaint level per week is only 23. So it just proves that the resolution team is cutting that complaint process. So, as a scrutiny panel, we're aiming for first time fixes, but I suppose when you're realistic, you can't get 100% first time fix.
I think there has been improvements in regard to the way complaints have been handled. Within our organisation, there's a more streamlined process on how to process and resolve a complaint. I think the intervention by the housing ombudsman, I think that's a very important aspect of the complaints process. I think complaints are taken more seriously with the housing ombudsman's involvement.
I have just been on a designated panel which has dealt with a complaint, and how we dealt with it compared to, like years ago, it was just passed and brushed under the carpet and nobody knew about these things. So you're thinking, something should be done about it and people should be made accountable at the end of it. So I think there's definitely been a shift.
We had
which is
a
good.
recent scrutiny panel which dealt with repairs and adaptations for residents. That was very progressive and very We've now taken it up with a new repairs and maintenance group, and it will be ongoingly scrutinised. But there has been improvements to, from our point of view, of the adaptations and repairs within the council.
Yeah.
Definitely improvements for the repairs. We can now report same-day repairs online. And if you report it online before, I think it's about 10:30 or 11, you'll get it repaired the same day, which is incredible. And the complaints process does seem to be a little bit clearer now. Stage 1 complaint initially handled by the call centre, and if you're still not happy, then they will move it on to a stage 2 complaint where you will then have direct contact with a senior manager. So looking good, yeah.